Hercules was stronger than 10 men. Liam Nielsen and white men who fit this archetype are tougher than 10 Russians. That ninja was tougher than 10 Russians. He came in there kicking ass. And my daughter, if I had a daughter, if my sister got jammed up in a different country, man, if I should call her right now, let her know. If she was ever in a scenario such as Taken, you're fucked. I can't do nothing. I can't do
Man,
nothing.
fuck. Well,
I can't nothing about that.
Abiding citizen. Bitch, I've been trapping. I'm like fifth generation trapper, you fucking.
You feel me?
Completely destroy Sean Puffy Combs publicly and financially, because this could have very easily been state charges. And as you know, the feds have a 97% conviction rate. Somebody wants Sean Puffy Combs completely destroyed. And I think I know who it is. I believe it is Diego. It is the British-based liquor company that Puffy was.
First of all, nigga, how did you get a camel dashiki camel cap? Like, where do he get these clothes from? Who's giving Dr. Umar clothes? Go ahead, Dr. Umar. You on a point for once. Go ahead.
Doing business with. They're one of the biggest liquor companies in the world. They market and sell some of the most popular brands of liquor, including Ciroc. And Diddy had an agreement with them where they would help him market his daily owned tequila brand. Diego got upset with Puff. They said, you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? Diego and Puff settled out of court in January. Puffy's homes are raided in March. They want to completely destroy Sean Puffy Combs publicly and financially, because this could have very easily been state charges. And as you know, the feds have a 97% conviction rate. Somebody wants Sean Puffy Combs completely destroyed.
So, I want to let it rock one more time, but what we're trying to get to is the case for what really happened here. What you're seeing right now is that ball shit right here. This is a whole different level. What you're listening to is, this is how much money can do for you. This is how much. It's people who still want to make the argument of money's not everything. Nigga, it's literally everything. Because it gives you that kind of power. All right? The level these people are playing at, they was able to get Diddy raided. And real talk, now mind you, usually when it's this high profile of a case, there is something that happened. There's some major event that happened. Like, for example, we're going to get into later this thing with the David dude, right? The reason why we know more about David, or we're hearing about David, is because there's a clear crime that you can see what the crime is. The crime is that this girl was missing, and she turns up decomposed, and she basically who don't been sleeping in his car for how long? Now, what's really weird about that case is that young man is not in jail and I'm not really sure why, but we're gonna get into that. But again, what we're looking at is karma working itself out one way or another. And we're going to get into all the crimes, all the fallacies, everything that comes along with the curse of Sean Diddy Combs, the curse of Bad Boy, all right? And all the deaths that surround Diddy, as if there was sacrifices almost. Now, I'm not really that big on conspiracy theory, but goddamn. Hold on, I said what?
Goddamn, nigga, got Diddy.
Yeah, got Diddy. All right, I'm just saying.
Am I your baby?
Baby girl. On this channel, I talk to you about power because I want you guys to understand what it takes to really make things move, what it takes to make things shake. When you think about Diddy, right, you think about pretty much the pinnacle of black wealth. Diddy, in terms of being a nigga from the hood or a nigga that's not from a rich family, the level of success that he's reached, or the amount of wealth that he's amassed by himself, and the fact that throughout the years, even all the way into 2025, not many people who are on the hip-hop scene or involved in music and as early as the early 90s has been living. Like Puff has been living like a super rich nigga for a super long time. Okay, and then you got to see how long Puff's paper really was when we saw this whole case. Again, the case was more so about letting people into the personal details of your life, letting people into the personal dynamics of you and Cassie's relationship and what you're really into. It was never about really putting him away for good. Because as you can see, it said 40 months. So he's already served, they say he served 14 months already. So that leaves about 36 months. So that's about really 3 years. But they keep saying 4. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But anywho, I wanted to make note of that because I always want y'all to look at who's really running things, right? And how the world actually works. And especially when it comes to black men. So we even seen the same thing happen with Drake and UMG. There's always a dynamic that has to be kept. Well, one part of like leadership and one part of keeping an operation going a certain way is maintaining a certain dynamic. And when it comes to like say artists, but really anything with black people or black men going to the next level, it seems to be a common theme that one way or another, these black men, no matter how high up they go, they wind up in a position where it's almost like the powers that be will come and discipline them, like i.e. Jonathan Majors. That is one of the craziest cases ever. The way that man was lynched and lost everything overnight. And Jonathan Majors is not really multi-talented. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't caught on to the fact that, boy, you better do something else. You understand? Kanye, they tried to lynch Kanye. Kanye lost all his stocks in Adidas. That's what made him the billionaire. All right? Lynched him. Taking away a man's ability to eat is akin to killing him. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. That's something I got from him that I think he got from someone else. Accountability. Accountability. Accountability.
Girls.
That was good, though. Peace, man. Kick rocks. I know. Whatever. I'm 54, man. Man, come on, man.
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging?
Hold on, I want to play another video. One with Eddie Griffin this time. Where is that? I'll be forgetting that Eddie Griffin be making content.
You should have never sued the liquor company. That's where you f***ed up.
You have white-only business, and you have black-only business. My fight is to always make sure that we can just do business. I want to be treated equally.
They don't give a f*** about you tearing up clothes. You f***ed up when you sued the liquor company, because the liquor company is owned by the biggest conglomerate on earth, the Black Rock people.
First of all, corporate America is made and built for white men.
You was making money with Ciroc. Just shut the f*** up.
Diddy's attorney released a statement that said Diageo was attempting to end his deals with Combs is like firing a whistleblower who calls out racism.
There was zero agave planted for Deleon. So there was no plan for us to be successful. The other brands, they had agave planted.
He sued the liquor company May 2023. November 2023, Cassie come up with the lawsuit. Cassie got 2 checks. She got a check from the mother liquor company people that put her up to doing this, and she got a check from Buffy to try to keep her quiet. Think! It ain't illegal yet, but they working on it. You should have never sued.
So there you go. You know? There you go. There's that. And what's interesting about that is like on one hand, I'm always big on men making sacrifices and standing up for themselves and taking a chance and whatnot. But also at the same time, you always get met with that same kind of critique of, well, you should have never done this, you should have never done that, right? But at the same time, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he did have a point, which is why he was able to get paid. But at the same time, like, yo, that dynamic of them white boys always gonna try to whip you. I don't know how to put it, man, but like, yo, like they will really try to get rid of you. They will always get you back. They will always get revenge on you one way or another, and usually that's going to result either in your reputation being ruined. And for the most part, it's the same thing with Drake. One of the reasons why they want this record to be as big as it was is because they understand the importance of programming, the importance of media, and people. It doesn't matter if people believe something or not. If you hear one thing long enough, you start to believe it's true, or it begins to influence you. That's why you can't be around losers. You can't be around negative people. You can't be around people who do not encourage you or think it's important to encourage you. It's important to see the humanity in you. It's important to understand that you are a whole person. It's important to respect your gender. You deal with women a certain kind of way because they are a woman. You deal with a man a certain kind of way because he's a man. It's the only way to have a healthy relationship. I understand. A lot of this feminist mindset stuff I got going on. One of my many truths, one of my commandments is the acknowledgement of the long-term damages of female leadership and the ways of single motherhood, and the long-term impact that it's had on generations of people who keep raising more and more people who have no emotional regulation, no ability to really solve their own problems. Not only that, a need and want for chaos. A part of feminine energy is creating chaos or being addicted to